So Diarmuid and Seamus, how are yous?
Very well, thanks.
Well, good, Gareth, thank you.
It's a big moment.
Is it?
Yeah, but you were telling us you don't do interviews and now we have you.
No, you have us, yeah.
We're cornered.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah.
Diarmuid, you first turned up to our place a couple of days ago in a lovely new wagon
That's right.
and pulled off a set of butterflies, got it all set up onto the John Deere. You've arrived back today in the same lovely wagon with this.
Yeah.
What is this?
So this is our Kverneland FastBale. I suppose we're in the market now. How long, Seamus? A couple of years?
Yeah, it's going on 3 years.
Yeah. So yeah, we're here today with you just to show you the baler and seeing it working in the
Absolutely.
field for yourself.
Where do you come in, Seamus, in this baler?
I'll be the original inventor, designer of the machine. So I would be, I'd be more on the technical side.
What was in your head when you decided to make a fast bale? Tell us a little bit about this baler.
I suppose the original concept came to light back in 2011, 2012. I happened to be doing some baling with my brother, my dad at the time.
Yes.
And look, I was always messing with baling on and off throughout the years. But in particular that summer I spent a couple of weeks and I was just stopping and starting 400 or 500 times a day. And one time I was putting the net on the machine and I just looked at all the space that was there over the rotor. And I said there has to be a way of putting a chamber in here to try and obviously get rid of the stopping and starting nature of baling. So it all started from there. The rest is history, as they say.
Suppose now's maybe not the time to say if you want a solution, ask a lazy man.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
He didn't like clutching.
Yeah. No.
So I'm going to park the fast bale bit a wee minute or two because that's only one part of this equation. You still have to have a baler that can pick up grass, that can chop grass, that can wrap it. And if you're going to have a fast bale, there's a lot more than just the fact that you have got two chambers. So start us at the front, Seamus, and talk us briefly through the baler.
So if you start at the front with the pickup, we've got a low profile pickup, approximately a foot in diameter, so it's quite low profile. Because of the low profile, we get a nice even feed into the rotor, and that helps the chopping and the feeding capacity of the machine, which obviously we know is very important. It's a 5-bar double cam pickup, so we have a cam track each side, which is halving the load and stress on the pickup. We also are supported twice in the middle, the time bars, so very well supported, very strong pickup. The rotor then is a massive 800mm rotor, not dissimilar to what would be in a loader wagon, for example. So excellent capacity and excellent chopping capability because of the size of the knife that's in it. The longer the knife, the more grass that runs through the knife, the better quality chop you will get. Moving on then to the chambers. This would be a standard feature in most machines now, the 18 roller chamber in the back chamber, but obviously we've got the front chamber which has the 10 rollers and then we've got some shared rollers in between. But then at the back we have a different concept for wrapping. We have a vertical wrapping system and as a result we have no transfer mechanism between the main chamber and the wrapper. So the door opens, bale comes out on the wrapper, door closes, no delay. Then we have a fast wrapping table, satellites that can get up to 45 RPM, even faster depending on the weather. And then at the end of the wrapping cycle, we have a very fast release, which actually we need to drop the bale rather than roll the bale because we're obviously moving and as it's a non-stop machine. So the wrapper actually splits open and more drops the bale than rolls the bale.
Diarmuid, there's a lot of talk here about this bale just dropping and going out and doors shutting automatically and all this here, you know, because we have to accept that, you know, he's biased a little bit because he sort of designed it here. In practice, because it won't work absolutely ever, but a large percentage of your time is what he's saying true.
Yeah, that's what you're aiming for, Gareth. Like, you know, it depends on how much grass is in the row, how quick the cycle will be, you know. So you're as an operator, you're timing it, you know, that once the bale is off the wrapper, your wrapper is back down, and then your main door is open, so the bale is tied and ready to go.
But there's no time lost because I noticed just myself on the first field we were just that rig getting set up in. So I'm going to call it the table if I've got this right or wrong. It's dropped down a little bit, and as it's rising up,
it's already
it's
started.
gone.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It's away.
Yeah, you're correct.
So there is no time lost there.
No. Yeah.
I've got it. We'll give him that one.
Yeah. No, you're
That's the only one we're giving him for now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But the main thing is, like, from the operator's point of view, is once you understand the principle of the machine and how it's working, well, then you know what's happening and when it's happening, you know. So then you can drive accordingly then to the amount of crop that's in front of you, you know.
So as an operator, it's your job to check your knives.
Yeah.
How big a job is it?
When you can access and pull it out the side, you've great access around them. So they slide out on a rail just in front of the wheel there. So obviously you can select your 6, 12, 13 or 25 knives. There's just a sequence you have to go through, drop your floor and shove down your knives and pull them out. Just pull a pin on the side and pull them out. Pull out like you're opening a drawer.
Right, imagine you have that all done. So you have your floor dropped, you have all your work done from the cab before you step down the steps. How long to get them out?
Seconds.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Seconds.
Seconds.
So we've got it wrapped, we've dropped it straight down, job's good, and it hasn't rolled off down the hill, we haven't stopped, we've kept on baling, and we've done all this in the move. How?
Yeah, this is the new part, Gareth. So basically you have a chamber mounted over the rotor. So it's a 3.5 foot chamber, and that will take more than half the volume of crop of the main chamber. So within the machine you have the scraper, but this difference is the scraper moves up and down. Then you have a flap that moves with the scraper. So the pre-chamber fills, gets to the 3.5 foot, squeezes to a certain density, then the crop is simply just switched to the back and the chamber opens and transfers the crop back into the main chamber. So at that stage then you have a half full main chamber, and you continue to bale until the main chamber is full, and then you're ready to tie the bale and the crop switches back again.
Just bouncing back over to you, Diarmuid. It looks like an ordinary baler.
Yeah, it's compact there's a lot going on there, but it is a compact machine, you know.
And I have to point out, this one's spec'd on 710s. So this is as wide, as big as it's ever going to be. Is
Correct.
that, unless you're going up to like 800s or something. So.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's just for carrying the machine simply. With them, you don't really know you do have it behind you, you know. You have good weight up when you have a bale in the pre-chamber, the main chamber, maybe one on the wrapper. Like, obviously you can manually drop a bale when you need to, so if you're in a tricky area, you can, because you do have the pre-chamber, it'll allow you to get another whatever distance ahead of you to get to an area maybe when you can drop the bale safely, you know. So it does have that benefit, you know, you can carry the bale and drop it.
Seamus, you were saying there about time, right? And I totally get that. If you can go into a field, and guys are going to say, oh, but that's not going to suit every in it, and it's not. But there's another side to this. Surely a tractor that's at her speed, at her RPM, whether it's modern day, very old transmission, or whether it's old school clutch that you need 2 legs to press, there's a lot of stopping and starting in 300 to 400 bales a day. So even if you have a significant percentage of that day, taking into consideration some fields won't suit, that has to be easier on the machine.
Absolutely, it's trying to keep a consistent flow of crop going into the machine, so you're not overloading the machine in quick stop-start cycles. So that's where we see it's a huge benefit.
Where does the net go on at?
You didn't ask that until now.
I'm actually wondering.
We have cleared the front of the machine completely, which we had to because of the pre-chamber.
Yes.
But there's a hydraulic lifter that lifts the net up onto the top of the machine. So you go up on the side of the machine and you can slide the roll into the knitting unit, or the, as we want to call it, the barrel wrap or the film on film unit. It's the
So we can do both?
It can do both, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the same unit.
Do we need a 240 horsepower tractor, or is that there because you're trying to get a tractor that can go on these 3 mowers as well?
Yeah.
You know, so, but do you need a 724?
No, you don't, no, but it does help when you are in tricky areas, you know, and like you said, on hills, and you have to weight up at certain times, like flat ground, you know, much smaller tractors will do.
So what, is there an ideal horsepower in your mind?
160, 170 is fine. We have examples of guys working with 140, 6-cylinder, probably on flatter conditions, but as Diarmuid said, it's down to maybe hilly conditions that you need a bit more power.
Well, look, guys, thank you very much for bringing the FastBale to us. I mean, it's still a very new concept, and it's lovely to see it work. Now we have a little bit more to do, and the bit of the field that we're going here now to finish off. So I think we'll go and do some baling.
Yeah.
And let the guys now really see what the baler can do.